Live we are. My name is Keyvan Davani. Welcome to the Total Connector Show. I'm the founder of SmokeReality, Free Your Mind, Free Your Soul. What I want to talk about today is, since there are so many ICOs popping up like mushrooms, growing everywhere in all kinds of sectors, fields, infrastructure, tackling or in an attempt to tackle all kinds of problems and rooted problems. There seems to be a lot of, just a lot of trash, a lot of, but also a lot of good, really good ICOs out there, which need to be, in a way, in an investigative way, in a really fundamentally analytical, researched method and procedure to be analyzed, and that needs some kind of pulling together a pool of experts on fundamental analysis, on communication, on numbers, data, on the people who know really their stuff. What is the problem that they're trying to solve? What is the infrastructure or the ecosystem, or that they're trying to to set up, or in order to tackle, in order to solve, in order to dissolve the problems that are inherent in our global matrix. So what so let's go to, let me see over here. Let's go to coin market cap. As you see, I mean, the thing is, some of course, the classical coins, the classical crypto coins, also the altcoins, some of them seem to be trying to breathe some air, trying to regenerate, trying to go up again and find some kind of balance. But the dust has definitely not been settled. So we got a long way to go, I think, still. I mean, maybe in the next few weeks and months, things are going to clarify for many of those ICOs and cryptocurrencies and digital assets and altcoins. Altcoins are the ones which are not sort of which is not Bitcoin. And so my intention, my plan, my strategy now, after talking to a couple of people now, is I want to bring in a pool of experts, so we not only get the expertise and get the competence, the trustworthiness back into the system, actually in this new ecosystem, but also bring in some ethos and some fairness, especially when it comes to the smallest investors. Because, I mean, let's face it, the problem is you got an ICO that that just pops up, and usually in a lot of cases it's a rigged system. So it's either they've got pre-investors, they got all kinds of things going on in the background, they got all these whales coming in, buying huge masses of things, and then dumping it like a couple of days later. As soon as it's on the exchange market, they just dump it. Okay. And then the smaller and the smallest investors, they just look through their fingers, and and they cannot profit at all, or minimal, in a very minimal sense. So I think we need some kind of mechanism, some kind of procedure that, and I'm sure it is possible, especially with the structure of the blockchain, and with this, with the decentralized, transparent system of blockchain. I'm sure we can work out something via smart contracts, so that people, who are like who don't have much money, and who want to be part of this game, but want to have a fair chance. And maybe, and after talking to a couple of people who know their stuff, I think it is possible to do that, so that the small investors come in and they get the first draw, sort of the first they get sort of a privileged option to to invest with minimal amounts, small amounts, and then after that, the whales come in, or whatever, the bigger guys, the bigger investors can come in. Something in that direction. But the main point I want to make here is that you got like thousands of ICOs now, I believe. I mean, if you just look at the coin market cap, it's amazing. Every day there's a new, pre-sale ICO announced, or ICO announced with that date in the very near future, with a pre-sale beginning. But let's face it, I mean, nobody's, there's really few people that know their stuff and know how to dig into the analysis and the fundamentals, the background, and look what kind of parameters are there. I mean, what is there? What's the credibility? What's the trust? What's the team? What's the roadmap? I mean, you can have a white paper, that's beautiful, but can you implement it? Can you implement a roadmap? What are your potential cooperations? What's your expertise? Who are your advisors, in your advisory board? So we need to solve, I think, a lot of problems over here, and I think we can. I have the trust, I have the conviction that we can, create a platform where, especially with people like pensioners, who have already retired, or have minimal wages or something like that, or want to save up for the future, for their kids or grandkids, whatever, grandchildren, and they can't, it's partially a science for itself. So it needs a lot of time, resources, and energy to do that. So that's why I'm coming up with this idea to pull up a pool of experts who know their stuff, and from different perspectives, from different angles, or different facets of expertise, of knowledge, qualifications, competence, connections. So we know also whom to ask. So yeah, that's about it. And I just I came across this I'm not sure what to make up of it. What is it called? This Xinfin. And they're decorating themselves also with the testimonial. I don't find it right now at this moment, but of Cliff High. So yeah, it's let me see. It's in short, I can summarize this. It tackles the global infrastructural problems. Xinfin has released a swappable token under the ticker blah blah. Xinfin is a hybrid blockchain technology company focused on international trade and finance. We developed a highly scalable, secure, permissioned, and commercial-grade blockchain architecture. Xinfin blockchain is powered by X blah 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 protocol, which is built over the first of its kind hybrid blockchain architecture to eliminate the inefficiencies in global trade and financing, to enable institutions provide real-time settlement, as well as enabling cross-border smart contracts. And they're saying, according to their research, whatever their white paper and stuff, that it solves a multi-trillion dollar global infrastructure problem, whatever. So I haven't really researched that, but that's wanted to show you. And interesting is, so like Omisigo, like OMG, it's been there in the arena for a while now. It's sort of a public Ethereum-based financial technology for use in mainstream digital wallets, enables real-time peer-to-peer value exchange and payment services agnostically. Meaning, it doesn't matter what kind of coins across jurisdiction or organizational silos, and across both fiat money and decentralized currencies. Designed to enable financial inclusion and disrupt existing institutions, access will be made available to everyone via the OMG network, OMG Go network, and digital wallet framework. So there's a lot of competition also going on, but this is especially for Asia, as I remember. So it is going up. If you go like to OMG, it is trying, I think, to catch up on, where is it, OMG. Okay, so now it's increased even above. It was today I think it was at 14 or something. It doesn't matter. So it went to $15.61. And I'm sure it is sort of a HODL token, a HODL coin, a HODL asset, and I'm sure it can make it, but it needs to be implemented still. I think it still needs some room to breathe in order to develop its own structure and its platform, you know. So yeah, and they got their, they got their Asia Pacific Ethereum community meetup in Bangkok, Thailand on February 25th, 2018, and even, what does it say? Confirmed guests include Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, and Carl Flourish, Omisha Go team, and other developers and various Ethereum community representatives. So very, interesting and exciting, I'm sure. China, Korea, Singapore, America, Japan, founders of excellent Ethereum-based projects, well-known investors and enterprise representatives in this sector. So I'm sure it has sustainability hopes, and so if you're thinking of selling, don't sell. Or whatever. Actually, maybe I'm not saying this is not financial advice in any way. This is for infotainment, educational purposes. So actually, it could be even a good time to buy. But this is just my personal opinion, according to my research and studies. So exciting times are coming up, folks, my friends, and. So I will talk to multiplicators in order to create synergies, synergistic effects, and to create a sort of a knowledge-based, technical, fundamental analysis, real scientific but practical in a sense, and so we can create by order of magnitude exponentially. A real value in totality, not only in profit maximization, but in terms of, and that's so important, in terms of ethos, fairness, honesty, transparency, decentralization, everything that is, pertaining to blockchain in essence, of course. But we want to bring, I want to bring more trustworthiness and more value to it, to all humanity. And this is why, again, I'm the total connector, because I want to integrate, multiply by order of magnitude everything that is already there in reality. The science in every aspect, the technology in every aspect, and the essence of all of it. The total financial, monetary, investment, long-term, mid-term, short-term, value generation, but in an ethical manner, with ethical values, with ethos of peace, with ethos of equality, with ethos of transparency, with ethos of peace. Again, with ethos of fairness. I think it is time now. It is time for evolution, and not to be so narrow-minded only on crypto profit maximization or this or that. As unfortunately, a lot of people are too narrow-minded, too focused on only one aspect. They're not interested in anything else. It's just about, okay, what's the ICO, and what's the maximum circulation of the tokens, and they're good at numbers. I'm definitely, there's a bunch of beautiful, knowledgeable, intelligent people out there that know how to do the math, the calculation, the spreadsheets, and everything else. But that's not enough, folks. That's not enough, my friends. We cannot go on like that. So we need to create a total fundamental structure and transparent methodology and fundamental analysis and fundamental access to all kinds of people, not only to the to the rich ones, to the wealthy ones, to the ones who are privileged and also have privileged access in the end effect. So my name is Keyvan Davani. Hit those like buttons, spread and share my videos, subscribe and get those if you know any experts, in any kinds of field, science, technology, finance, people who are investigative journalists or insiders, whistleblowers, bring them to me. I want to make beautiful synergistic interviews, so we can roll out this total roadmap of peace and evolution. My name is Keyvan Davani, and I'm the Total Connector. I'll see you soon. Bye. And like those videos of mine.